The Second Battle of Mogadishu was a battle fought for control of Somalia's capital city, Mogadishu. The opposing forces were the Alliance for the Restoration of Peace and Counter-Terrorism, and militia loyal to the Islamic Courts Union. The conflict began in mid-February 2006, when Somali warlords formed the ARPCT to challenge the ICU's emerging influence. It had been alleged that the United States was funding the ARPCT due to concerns that the ICU had ties to al-Qaeda. The ICU militia won control of Mogadishu and ARPCT forces left the city. Background: the exact resumption of hostilities is unknown. By the 24th of March 2006, the BBC was reporting the most serious clashes for almost a decade, with almost 70 dead. In May 2006, the fighting intensified between warlords and militia loyal to ICU, which controlled around 80% of the city. On 4 June 2006, the ICU seized Balad, 30 miles north of Mogadishu. Balad had previously been under the control of forces loyal to Musa Sudi al-Lahore. By 5 June, at least 350 people, mostly civilians, had been killed. On 5 June 2006, Somali Prime Minister Ali Mohammed Gedi fired 4 ministers whose private armies were involved in the fighting. Gedi fired National Security Minister Mohammed Afrikanya, Commerce Minister Musa Sudi al-Lahore, Militia Rehabilitation Minister Botan Izalin and Religious Affairs Minister Omar Mohammed Finish. According to government spokesman Abdurrahman Nur Mohammed Daneri, he also invited the Islamic courts for talks. On 5 June 2006, Sheikh Sharif Ahmed, the ICU's chairman, reportedly seized Mogadishu, saying in a radio broadcast, "We won the fight against the enemy of Islam. Mogadishu is under control of its people." The ICU's success has been attributed to the Islamic movement's ability to transcend clan politics. Following Mogadishu's fall, there were 2 competing rallies. Mogadishu's largest clan, the Abgals, held a rally in the city's northern part, reportedly drawing about 3,000. AP reports the demonstrators shouting, "We don't need Islamic deception," and "We don't want Islamic courts. We want peace." There was a competing rally in support of the ICU. At that rally, Sheikh Sharif Ahmed is quoted as saying, "Until we get the Islamic State, we will continue with the Islamic struggle in Somalia," to a crowd of about 500. The ARPCT's remaining forces are said to have fled to Jaffa. On 14 June 2006, following a standoff that lasted for approximately 8 days, the ICU reportedly attacked the remaining ARPCT forces in Jaffa, routing them and seizing the town. Ali Mohammed Gedi has since then requested peacekeeping forces from the African Union, and neighboring states such as Kenya have imposed sanctions on the fleeing warlords, barring them entry into their lands. United States support for ARPCT. Michael Zorich, who had been stationed in Nairobi, was reassigned to Chad after he sent a cable to Washington criticizing Washington's policy of paying Somali warlords. The Times stated, "The American activities in Somalia have been approved by top officials in Washington and were reaffirmed during a National Security Council meeting about Somalia in March." On 7 June 2006, the Republic of the Congo's president and current African Union head, Denis Sassou Nguesso, criticized the United States for its involvement in fighting in Mogadishu following his meeting with President George W. Bush and Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice.